Hello, I'm Sue McCabe from Metamorphosis Dog Training. It's midwinter here in the northeast of England, a bit cold, a bit miserable, and certainly the dark nights have really come in thick and fast. It gets dark here now at about 4:15 in the afternoon, and it's mostly dark until about 8 o'clock the next morning. So on this video, I'm going to show you how you can entertain your dogs using some household objects on these long winter evenings. Most people give their dogs plenty of physical exercise, but most dogs are completely understimulated when it comes to mental exercise. So using some household objects, it's really easy to create an adventure box for your dog that should keep them occupied, get their brains working, and give you a bit of peace and quiet. I'm using some cardboard boxes, some household objects that you find around the house. We've got some smaller cardboard boxes, kitchen roll tube, toilet roll tube, a couple of plastic bottles. We've got a Pringles box there and a biscuit box. I have some standard newspaper, and then I'm going to use some of my dog's regular daily ration of food. I have some little bones, a stuffed Kong, and I've also got a frozen hunk of raw duck. You can use any food that you like for this. Let's get started. Now, most people feed their dogs from a bowl, which takes, in my house, about 15 to 17 seconds for the food to be inhaled by my dogs. I like to use food throughout the day to keep my dogs occupied, to help train them, get better behaviour from them, and sometimes give them a bit of a mental workout. I'm going to use a large cardboard box, and I'm gradually going to layer up lots of different cardboard boxes, plastic bottles, tubing. We've got an egg box there. And I'm going to layer it up with newspaper and some of their food. This is how we create an adventure box for your dog. Here goes. So let's get stuffing. This is my box. I've put several scrunched up balls of newspaper in there. Each one has some of my dog's daily portion of food or some little tasty bones. I've also got a Pringles box into which I've put a toilet roll inner, which I've put some food into. You can see I've scrunched the end of the toilet roll inner. That's going in there. I've also got some food in there. We've got some scrunched up newspaper in there, several layers of that. And at the very bottom, we have some tasty bones. In that goes. That goes into the bottom of my box. Now, at the centre of each of my adventure boxes, I like to put a major prize. I tend to try and put it at the bottom of the box. If I put it at the top of the box, I know the dog is going to find it as soon as he opens the box and not touch the rest. Today's major prize is a big chunk of frozen raw duck. Equally, you could use a stuffed Kong. Please choose your Kong and your raw meat according to the breed you own, the size of the dog, and his daily allowance of food. So this is going at the very bottom of the box. He'll be able to smell it through the hole there, but also as he works his way down. An egg box. In each little pocket where the egg would be, I've put some food. That's going into my box. We've got an apple pie box here, which still has a few crumbs of sticky apple pie. There's some food allowance. And I've stuffed it with cardboard, with newspaper, and that's going in. I have another small cardboard box here, which I'm now going to stuff the top with newspaper. There we are, and in that goes. Kitchen roll inner, you bend down the ends, you put a little bit of food in there, in that goes. And finally I have my cereal boxes stuffed with newspaper but with food in the bottom, and they go in to the very top. Make sure you close your box properly, don't just leave it with the flaps open, that's far too easy. Close your box up. So your dog has to really work to try and get the food out. There we are. And now we're going to give it to Guinness. who's wandering around. You ready? Do supervise your puppy or your dog if you're using the adventure box. This isn't something that I would leave my dog with on his own. The only thing that I leave my dog with on his own that's safe is a Kong or another suitable chew toy. But this is something that I would give my dogs in the evening when I'm making dinner, if I'm working on the computer, when I'm around, but I really want them to entertain themselves for a little while. Let's see if Guinness is ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on then. Now this should entertain Guinness for about 20 to 25 minutes. Obviously we'll get tired a lot quicker watching him than hopefully he will get destroying it. So that'll give you some ideas of what you should be doing or could be doing with your puppies and your dogs on winter evenings to keep them entertained, get their brains working, giving them a bit of mental exercise, and hopefully giving you all some peace and quiet. So here we are, halfway through Cardboard Carnage. Guinness has found his prize, the raw hunk of meat. Good boy. Obviously, if there's any risk of your puppy eating any of the non-consumables inside, please do supervise and remove any tape that might be holding the cardboard boxes together. I know my dog pretty well at this stage, and I'm sure most of you will find if there are consumable items inside the adventure box, most dogs don't bother trying to chew the other bits and pieces. I hope you all enjoy the peace and quiet, and I hope your puppies and your dogs all enjoy their adventure box on these cold winter evenings.